You've got to check out my conversation with Paul Giambrone, world champion skeet shooter. He was in town from Salt Lake City, Utah, and the conversation I had on his way to a sponsored event was nothing short of excellent. Remember, it's really just my goal to help us become leaders people love to follow. It's not about looking brilliant, it's about sharing other people's brilliance, their success, their brand, because many people are just disenfranchised with the selling tactics out there of constantly wanting to get something from people. Rather, the importance more than ever is to have an authority advantage where you build influence and trust with people by teaching, by giving away insight, and by really making friends and adding value.
Operating at the high level thinking.
Yes.
And you're not distracted with the form. Can you tell us the difference between flowing in the arena and sport and the importance of having form and practicing and technique and structure and systems versus flowing in your life? Did you understand?
I'm dragging with you. So, when it comes to when you first learn anything, in my opinion, whether it's shooting, a new task at work, a new job, whatever, you have to learn what I call the mechanics, right? You've got to train to understand what a good move is, or what this task is. You've got to train to know what it is and then how to execute that, right? And then over time in training, you have to learn to get a feel for it versus having to think your way through it. Does that make sense? Be tracking with me? So when I'm out there, my training, I've shot so many targets now, I'm not thinking about body mechanics. I'm not thinking about the mechanics of what I need to do out there. It's all about mentality. It's staying in the present, staying in right here. And then when you are distracted by one of the 1,000 things that could distract you, how do you handle it? Do you try to push through it? You're distracting, you try to still perform, or do you address the issue, exit out to where you can do whatever task that it is at your highest level? And when I shoot, that's how I try to handle things. Now, I'm not perfect in that department, but the best example I have of that was Tiger Woods. When he'd be mid-backswing and his dad just dropped the golf clubs on the ground, and he'd make Tiger stop in his backswing, and Tiger basically learned how to reset. Wow. And I think that's what a lot of people lack right now. And in business, in their relationships, family, is, hey, and we have a little thing in our family as well. Like, hey, look, you know what? Hey, Mom, I got this for a second. Mom might be thinking, my wife, she's a test down, so she may have this big file on her mind, but yet one of the kids is doing something that maybe they shouldn't be doing. It's like, hey, I could tell, hey, babe, I got it. You go reset, right? And she does the same for me. She's like, hey, man, you don't look like you're in a good place right now. Like, yeah, I'm actually thinking about X. Instead of being here with the kids, like, will you go take care of X? I got the kids for 5 minutes.
That's excellent.
So that's what I think in the world of distractions, if you will, like you talk about that we live in, I think that's where a lot of the snappiness comes from, the everybody's angry with everybody type thing, or everybody's looking for a reason to get upset, is all of these distractions. Man, take 5 and go reset. Does that make sense?
I once read, I believe it's Atomic Habits, where it's important to reset in between meetings, in between impact activities, even setting your meeting maker 5 minutes to give you a 5-minute window between meetings. So instead of a 1-hour meeting, it's a 55-minute meeting.
That's correct, right?
And so these reset moments create healthy rhythms in your life.
Absolutely.
Your management.
1,000%. Yes. And like, when I'm working with people for the morning, I usually, when I'm giving lessons, I'll work with 2 people in the morning, and I'll take a group of 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And basically, in between the sessions, there's like a 15-minute window where like the machines need to be reloaded. You got to go check the targets, and that's my reset.
I love it. So you're actually using manual tasks to reset your mind, your soul, and really get you in that mindset of a champion. So you don't have wasted time.
No.
Yeah, you're busy. And so you've learned as an athlete and a competitor on the world stage how to really not just be an individual contributor, a champion, master success habits. You also have to develop a skill.
Yeah.
So you're
Thanks so much for checking out today's living room style conversation with Joey. Be sure to subscribe here on LinkedIn to stay connected and catch the rest of today's insightful discussion with world skeet shooting champion and successful business owner, Paul Giambrone. We're thrilled to feature high-capacity leaders like Paul, who has competed at the highest level of skeet shooting for over 2 decades. Originally from Louisiana, Paul now lives in Salt Lake City, Utah, where he spends time with his family and travels across the country, mentoring the next generation of shooters. In addition to his coaching, Paul leads retreats for CEOs and hosts events focused on developing young men into strong leaders. Stay connected with Joey to learn more about our monthly legendary leadership forums in Mandeville and national events where business leaders come together to elevate their life, leadership, and legacy. If you're ready to join us and connect with other high performers, message Joey here on LinkedIn to schedule a call. We'd love to hear more about your journey, business, and how we can support you on your leadership path. Looking forward to connecting soon.